Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akashah bin Zulkifli and my metric number is 191863. So today we will see the study on the comparison between the post-emergence herbicide and also the pre-emergence herbicide. Herbicide is very important in the industry, especially in the agriculture industry. It is because the farmers they want a high profit for their crop. So in order for them to get high yield for their crop, they need to have a good management on their field. One of the important management in the crop is to manage their weed, because managing weed is very important, because as you can see here, the weed is not properly managed, so it will cause a huge loss to their crop. So as what I can say here is, in order for the farmers to get a very high profit, they need to manage well to their of their wheat. There are 3 stages of applying herbicide in the farm. So the first one is pre-planting, the next one is pre-emergence herbicide, and the last one is the post-emergence herbicide. So I will tell you about all of these 3 stages of applying herbicide. So the first one is pre-planting. The pre-planting stages is where you apply the herbicide to the soil before you plant your crops. And the second stage, which is pre-emergence, is when you already plant your crops, but at the time the weeds is still not established. And the last one is post-emergence, is when the weed has started to establish. So in this experiment, we will see only 2 stages of applying herbicide, which is pre-emergence and also the post-emergence. So next I will show you around this farm and tell you about the pre-emergence and post-emergence. Before we want to apply herbicide, safety measures need to be taken. So what are the safety measures? We need to wear PPE. So among the PPE that I bought here is face mask. Okay, the first one is face mask. Face mask is very important so that you will not sniff out the smell of the herbicide. Okay, next one is glove. Glove is very important because you are handling with chemical, you are handling with herbicide, so you need to wear glove. Herbicide is very dangerous to you because it can be carcinogenic to your body, we don't know. So this is the safety measures. Okay, and the last one is apron. Okay, this is apron. If you don't have apron, it is easy because you can just use plastic. You make a hole here and you can wear it. And then, yeah, just like that. It is very easy. And another one is boot here. I wear my boot here. You can see? The boot is very important because we don't know what's on the field, what's on the farm. Okay, right now I'm gonna introduce to you the 2 herbicide that we will be used in this experiment, in this study. So the first one is for the pre-emergence herbicide, which is Duron. Okay, the suggested level here is about 90 ml per 10 L of water. Okay, and the next one is Roundup. Roundup is for the post-emergence herbicide, and the suggested level here is about 60.2 ml per 10 liter of water. So you can see here close up the 2 herbicide that we will be used in this experiment. Okay, in this study we will be using a handheld sprayer for us to spray the pre-emergence herbicide and also the post-emergence herbicide. So we are using this handheld sprayer because our pot is small, and if we use knapsack sprayer, it is very large. So it is I think it is unnecessary. So I think it's better for us to use a smaller one, which is handheld sprayer, because it is more efficient and it is easier for us to measure the water level. Because if we use large tank, it is hard for us to measure smaller value of water level. So with a small container, it is easier for us to measure small value small volume of water. Okay, next for the post-emergence herbicide plot. Okay, for this plot, there will be two plots, which is the control plot and also the treated plot. So how we make the plot? The plot is about 0.5 meter times 0.5 meter. So it is not a large plot, just a small plot. And the plot here, I use rope. Here you can see here rope, and there is bricks, and we just put the rope under the brick, you know, to make the border. So as you can see here, okay, this rope act as the border. So this length about 0.5 meter, and this also length about 0.5 meter. So we measure this by using measuring tape. So we already done this plot before, so I will show you. This is the control plot, and this is the treated plot. Okay, both has same size, and we put it side by side so that we can easier for us to see the differences between the control plot and also the treated plot. Okay, next, after we set up our plot, it is time for us to apply the herbicide to the treated plot. So we will be using this knapsack sprayer and also the Roundup. So at here we will be using 4.816 milliliter of Roundup with and mixed with 800 milliliter of water. Why we use 4.816 milliliter of Roundup? That is because we want to get as close as to the 5 milliliter of Roundup, because it is easier for us to measure it, because as you can see here, this is actually also a measuring cylinder. Okay, you can measure here. So if we measure 4.816, it is close to 5, so we can assume it to be very close to 5, so it is easier for us to measure it. And then we will mix with 800 milliliter of water, because at here we can see the suggested value is 60.2 ml per 10 liter of water. So if we use 4.816 milliliter, it will be about 800 milliliter of water. And then we will apply it thoroughly, the plot, like this. So next is for the method for preparing the pre-emergence herbicide. So here we will be using 6 polybags, in which 3 polybags will be using as the treated plot, and another 3 will be used as the control plot. And each of the polybag will be filled with soil. So as you can see here, it's already filled with soil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will water it to make it moist. And then we will put pak choy. You know pak choy? Siu pak choy. Siu pak choy is siu pak choy lah. And siu pak choy, we didn't have to soak it for overnight. We just can put it straightforward. And for putting the siu pak choy, okay, here. So this is the treated plot. So I will tell you guys later about the treated plot. But right now, I want to tell you about how we plant the seed. So we take about we use about 10 seeds per polybag, and we put it one by one. Okay, it is estimated among the seed is about 5 cm. So it is estimated like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 we will put here. So it is about 10 seedlings per polybag, and the distance between the seedlings is about 5 cm. So that is the method that we use. And what else? Okay, next, after we have planted our seeds, and for a few days, I left it for 2 days, and then after the seedling have emerged, we start to apply our herbicide, which is Duron. We use Duron. So Duron is about 90 milliliter per 10 liter, the application rate. So we will be using about, I think about 5 milliliter per 400 milliliter of water, and we mix it together, and then we will spray it thoroughly, the treated polybag. So this 1, 2, 3 will be sprayed with this mixture of Duron and water. And this another 3 polybag we will left it because it is being used as the control measure. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, next is for the discussion for the discussion for the post-emergence herbicide. So for the post-emergence herbicide, for the first 7 days or the first week, from the report, the first 7 weeks is the treated plot here. The effectiveness of the herbicide is about 98%, I can say, because before this, at the end of the age here, it is there is still green, there is still grass. So after 14 days, after 2 weeks, it is totally damaged here. It is totally effective, and it is very good. And I can say that glyphosate is a very cost effective for farmers to use to control weeds, especially Azonopus compressors. So this weed is Azonopus compressors. This is Azonopus compressors or cow grass, or in Malay we call it rumput lembu. Okay. Okay, next is for the results and for the discussion. Okay, for the results, these 3 treated polybag that has been treated with Duron for the first 7 days or for the first week, actually the seedling has already died for the first week, and for the first week also there is no establishment of any weeds or so on. And for the next is for the control one. Okay, you can see here. For the control one, for the first 7 days, the plant is still there. Like right now, it is still the same. There is still plant, but there is, at that time for the first 7 days, there is no weed establishment. But right now, after 2 weeks, after 14 days, we can see here, we already have the first infestation of weed, which is, this is Cyperus rotundus. Okay, I will pluck it. This is Cyperus rotundus. So this is one of the first weed that has been established in the control plot. Okay. For the treated plot, as you can see here, for the second week, there's still obviously the seedling has already died. Okay, the seedling has already died, but there is the positive side of this is there is no weed. But what use? There's no use if there's no weed, but there is also no crops. So it is it didn't give any profit to the farmers if this is a farm. So for the discussion, I can say that Duron is quite effective for to prevent infestation of weed, because you can see there is no weed. But I think it is not suitable for us to apply the Duron. So just after 1 day of planting, we straight apply the Duron. I think it is not suitable. Or maybe I think that the rate of Duron, maybe we can decrease the rate of Duron a little bit, because you can see here that it is complete. The plant completely gone. There is no plant. So I think there is a bad result. So we need to lower the rate of the Duron, I think. Okay. So guys, as the conclusion, after we see all the examples and so on, and we have shown you guys about the experiment, and we can conclude that glyphosate is a very good post-emergence herbicide because it is very effective. You can see that it is 100% of the weed destroyed. So we can conclude that glyphosate-based herbicide is very effective. And next one is Duron. So for the Duron, we can see that the weed there is no infestation of weed, but there is also no plant. The plant all died. So we can conclude that if we want to apply the Duron, we may need to lower the rate of the Duron to the water, so that it will not injure the plant. So I think that's all of my report, my conclusion of this report. So yeah, see you again next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.